Hey, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're well wherever you are. Let's just close these down. Just doing a bit of research, and let's have a look for some monster breakouts and see what is the next Palantir or Tesla. So the great thing about this stock application, this trade vision, is we can go back through the week and we can check out breakouts and see how they behaved a few days later. So we don't really want to buy the breakouts because what happens is they shoot up and then they come back and then they crawl along for a bit and then they shoot up further and they crawl along. So we don't want to buy the breakouts, we want to buy the pullbacks, right? We want to buy not here but down here. And therefore, we don't start off the trade and then we instantly go into a loss of 20% or whatever that is. That's a dollar 20 drop there. So not insignificant pullback. So what we do is it's great to be able to look at a breakout and watch how it behaved through Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Monday, and we'll check these out now. So let's go right back to Monday, actually, December 17th. Let's go back through the week and we'll check out what was happening. So this one has just kept on going. So these are all NYSE stocks, American stocks. That's what we like to trade because that's where the liquidity is. Pop, and off it goes. And we've had a big run up in the 70s, higher than ever before. So not the time to buy. It's had a big run up, and that's a lovely gap up there. And it's 500. So I like small caps. How long is that going to take to go to double to 1,080? Probably going to take about 20 years. We don't want to wait that long to double our money, so we'll just bin that one. We're looking at small caps. 28 is 28. I don't know what the definition of a small cap is. 28 is probably a bit too high for my taste, and we've missed this massive run. You want to be buying in at the breakout here, basically this big pop. And so it pops and pulls back, pops and pulls back. We want to be getting in here. But we kind of missed this one, and I've missed it as well. Let's have a look at the chart just for fun, see what's what. KOD, not Kodak, not to be confused with Kodak Sciences. Yeah, breakout pullback, nice, bouncing off the 50. Great entry point there if you like to, we wait for the stocks to prove themselves, to have a little bit of resilience, and yeah, you could have bought in there and you'd be looking at, yeah, double your money since October, November, 2.5 months. Quite nice, but we're not in it, so we'll bail on that one. I like to get in on the first breakouts because what they do is they break out and inevitably they keep climbing, and it's all about timing your entries, right? So there's no point in getting into a breakout here because you've missed the boat, you've missed the double, you've missed the doubling. So hunting for really the initial breakouts. There is one in here, and we'll just keep going because that's where the money is. And we'll go to breakouts. We've done Wednesday, let's do Thursday. HTBK, interesting. Let's just for fun have a look and see what it's done. HTBK Finance, no less. Ginormous volume, so we're looking at volume up here. And regularly trading at around 380k, and pop, all of a sudden someone dropped 9 million, almost 100 million bucks someone's dropped in there. What's the news? Is there any news? Not that we care about news, but what's happening? December 18th, merge, there's a merger. Okay, so the RSA is completely bonkers. It's like in new highs. We don't want to be buying in the 80s. We want to be buying right down here in the 50s and the 40s. That's where the money is. So I'm not going to get into this one. It's way overbought and it's gone mental. I want to be buying here or here. Big green candles. That's the spot. Alto rings a bell. Let's have a look. What's it doing? Yeah, massive explosion. Let's have a look for fun. What's happening with Alto? Chemicals. Oh, look at that. What was the earnings beat? 480. So big earnings beat, gap up. That's your buy signal right there. $1.50. Yeah, triple your money. Great. Really nice. Ginormous breakout. Consolidation pop. I wouldn't really get into this one just now. I like to get in earlies in the 70s. That was really, that was happening. So we'll carry on and look for, we're not in a hurry. Every day there's plenty of opportunities, so we just be patient and find the perfect thing for us. As you already know, you guys, I like the big momentum swings. So I like stocks that have come all the way down and have done nothing and then they've popped. They've just, something's happened. Somebody knows something somewhere. So I'm not too bothered about that. It's just popped off and, who cares? Um, ooh, the only thing I found with the penny stocks is they're quite hard to buy. I use Thinkorswim, Charles Schwab, and you could put an order in for IPSC, but sometimes it comes back and says you need to buy this, call us to buy this, which is a real pain in the ass. But let's see what it's doing. Century Therapeutics, bit of a pullback, a tiny, tiny pullback. This is just amazing. This chart is insane. Let's see what it was trading at back in whenever. Whoa, look at that. Did you want to be buying it? On the IPO, classic IPO ripoff. Look at that. July when? 4 years ago. Bet you're glad you didn't buy it at $32. What a bargain that was. This is super interesting, isn't it? It's done nothing. What's the news? Downgrade. They got a downgrade to $2 and all of a sudden it's popped. Very interesting, isn't it? How long will it take to go to $4? Who knows? Maybe not that long. This is getting added to the watch list. This is really interesting. What's it at? 76. Okay, super high. It might come back. It might explode. What we can do is put a little alert in here at $1. If IPC moves up above $1, yeah, count me in. Okay, done. Interesting. Very interesting. $1. Why would it suddenly change? And they missed their earnings. 8 million, usually trading at 658. Someone just made a bit of money. And that's someone just dropped 6 mil. Tiny stock, tiny numbers. But does it really matter? Very interesting. Okay, so I'm going to put a line here. I'm going to start watching this one. This might blow up. And we'll add it to the watch list because it's kind of funny and interesting. Okay, let's close that one out. There's one I really want to look at. Let's have a look. Friday. Carnival, no. Hold, we missed that one. It's blown up, mental. It's going to pull back and it's going to no doubt carry higher past the $14. Let's see what it's doing today. Look at that. Yeah, that's gone. I'm not gonna follow that one. That the bird has flown on that one. Kenk, Senks, nah. Tyra. These are all, that's interesting, isn't it? What blow up? That's gonna keep going. And let's just have a look at this one. Tyra, Biosciences. Yeah, wow. That's powerful stuff there. Volatile as F. Imagine buying up there. 28 and it just absolutely tanked down to $6. Nothing to see here. Earnings beats. Quietly, confidently beating earnings a little bit. Blowing up on ginormous volume. Usually trades around 100. Someone's very interested in this stock. It's going to pull back and it's going to keep going higher. Very interesting. $25. We'll watch it. We might come back to it. Let's put a note in there that we're watching it. And we'll add it to the watch list. Don't want to have too many in here. It gets a bit laborious going through all these every day, but that's kind of like, I wouldn't say it's a sure bet, but that's gonna go off, let's face it. It's just popped out above that, and that's quite, significant, isn't it? Wow. And what's the RSI at? 73, coming down, little pop. Also very interesting. I mean, that's solid trend line there. It's pretty nice. Pretty meaty. Yeah, that's cool. I like that one. That could be a thing. WGOVLRS. No, I don't really want to go in for these up and downs, up and downs. Like, why bother? It's too stressful. I just like gentle. You see here, that's your buy right there. Pops out and it's just gone up and up and up. Big pullback. Is it going to go further? Probably. Ella, ELA. I think I talked about this in the last video. Let's see if there's any lines on it. Ella, yeah, buy the dip. Oh, there's your dip right there, mate. I feel like it can come down further. Yes, it could, Stephen, correct. And then ginormous volume popping off. What's it? 16,000, like no one's trading it at all. And then ginormous pop. That's really tasty. I like this a lot. I like, and look at that, you're getting a nice discount there as well. Off the tops, 8% discount. I like this a lot. I think I'm going to get into this one. Small investments to start with. It's quite volatile, ups and downs, big pullbacks, big pullbacks. I don't like it when it goes underneath that. That's a bit scary. Buy the dip. Okay, you said buy the dip. I'm going to buy the dip. I'm going to get into this one on, I guess it's still Monday in New York. So, yeah, I think this is awesome. I'm going to put a big green line here because I'm going to get into this. I like it. Let's see what happens. I love the trend line. It's just a gentle riser. It's quite predictable. It's solid. Line with, and I'm going to put a big buy here. And I'm going to add this to my folio because I quite like it. Close, please. Thank you. 6. Pop. Add Ella. Yeah, great. That's nice. I like this one. Nice trend line. It's come right down from what the? Yeah, normal. Totally normal. Uh, 25. 25 to a dollar. Awesome. So good. I mean, that's pretty scary when you see it like that. It's like this insanely hyperbolic uh, trend line, but when you pull back a little bit, it's not so bonkers. What is it in this? In the 60. I find 60 quite palatable, quite reasonable. So yeah, I like that. I think it's great. I'm gonna get into that. I'll put an exploratory investment as in like 1.5% portfolio. As I always say, you only put 3% of your portfolio into any one trade. That keeps you alive and surviving. And if you get destroyed in the trade, it doesn't really matter. You don't go to bed crying at night. This pullback is a really great opportunity. And Ella. Well, I think it's cool. So I've added the portfolio. Consider it bought. That's nice. And the reason I like buying on the red days is because you've got more of a chance of having a green day next. You know, you could buy this red day, but you know, it's coming right down to this 20, coming right down to the 20, come back down to the 20, but again, you know, it keeps popping. So I like this. I'm in, and this is not wildly expensive, 13 bucks, and you can see it kind of cruising up quite nicely from, you know, 100%, almost 80% in October, November, December. So 2 months, double your money in 2 months is quite nice, isn't it? So yeah, Ella. I'm going to leave that open because Ella is cool. Link, nah. Look at that, manic. Um, yeah. Oh, that's mad. Look at that. FSEA. What's happening here? I have to understand these funny stock charts, so there's tiny little bits of movement. It's probably because nothing, there's no volume yet, 8,000. That's also interesting. I'm sure it'll pop up on the radar again. We'll just put a little tag in there to say, hey, I was here, and we'll come back to that at some point. Again, you know, not stressing about, got to get into something, got to get into something. Just casual, observing. This is really interesting. CMTL, so a sleeping giant. I mean, look at this. Wow. Let's get in on the breakout. No, you wait for the pullback and you're in. 7 bucks. Look at this. Double your money in a week. TRT. Look at that. Interesting. So if we pull back, that's kind of, it's a volatile mother. And, you know, you might have said that's your buy, or the little gap up there is your buy, bouncing off the 50. And that's nice, isn't it? $7 to almost 14 in the space of 4 weeks. Nice. Big volume, still going. There'll be a pullback, and that trend line is mental. Um, so I like that. We'll just tag it. We may come back to it at some point. TRT. We'll come back to it probably. This is the Monday's breakout, so we might come back to that at the end of the week. So we'll figure that one out. CMTL, a sleeping giant, big momentum shift, huge, and then oh, something's happening. People like it again. Let's see what's going on. CMRT. Move my face out the way. Tech, so not biopharma, which is good because I've got loads of biopharma stocks. Something's happening. Any news on the street? Rebranding. Okay, whatever. This is interesting. You know, it was trading at ginormous. We've got this huge shift momentum. This could be a thing. Suddenly popped off. That looks amazing. So yeah, that's the wrap. CMTL is interesting. I'm getting into Ella, which is going to go flying. This also looks potentially huge. And you know, wait for the pullback, see how it behaves. It's very unlikely that it just rockets up, but it'll have a little pullback and then may continue this sexy movement upwards. So yeah, that's the wrap for this week. Bye, bye, bye. I'm loving Ella. Looks great. Big drop. Things are happening here. Volume's increasing. Big volume spike. See you next week. Peace and love. Bye.